Hello, welcome back again. Thank you so much. Today's another day, and we have a lot to talk about as well. Like usual, we talk about so many stuff that can basically help us, that can basically bring us together. And today is another day. And this specific topic for today was actually suggested by one of my subscribers. She really have a concern about how we can basically do businesses together because she experienced some rough road when she decided to do business with an African brother or sister. So I think we need to really talk about how we can actually build trust to do business. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, comment below and just let me know where you're watching from. If you're in the building, just announce your presence. Good evening in the East Coast, brother man. Thanks for joining. Comment below. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you are streaming this live from. Comment below and make sure you smash the like button. I'm not 100% feeling well today, but I just wanted to be here, so we can have conversation. So bear with me when I'm a little bit slow, when I'm not really fast enough. Just bear with me. But just comment below. Let me know where you're watching from. We have three people. We have three people on here. Yes, good topic. Trust is everything. Yes, because I have a story that I would like to share as well. Because it took a long time for me to actually build trust with a lot of my African diaspora. When I started my first exportation. And so it is really important. And today, I will also allow people to call in and give us some experiences they have had doing business with, their themselves and the people from the African continent. So, how can we basically build trust to do business among ourselves, especially, for people on the African continent and people in the diaspora? How do we build trust to actually, do business among ourselves, and how would that even help the future? As time progress, this is what we wanted to talk about today. This is what I want us to actually address. So you can basically call in and bring some heat to this live. Let us know, what do you think we can basically do to build trust when it comes to working among ourselves? Because trust me, there's a lot of people in Ghana that will not trust doing business with a Nigerian. There's a lot of people in Nigeria that will not build trust doing business with somebody in Senegal. There's a lot of people in the diaspora that would not, feel comfortable doing business with somebody on the African continent. And there's a lot of stereotype misconception, because I'm a prime victim of, that scenario, or, that type of thing. When I started my first online business on Facebook, when it comes to exporting products from the African continent to the US and UK, I faced a lot of challenges. And for the first 1 year, I couldn't make a sale. It's not because people did not like my product, but it's simply because everyone thought I was a scammer. And for the fact that I'm coming from Africa, I might be a scammer. This was a big misconception that was just going around for so long, for a whole year. Every African diaspora on Facebook told me, you know, uh, 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 you know, I cannot trust you. I cannot trust you. There's a lot of scam going on in Africa. I cannot really trust you. So how do we really build trust to do business among ourselves? You can basically call in. You can basically call in, and they got a complex and negative attitude. I have to get to bed. It's good night, sleep tight, and never let. Thanks so much. So call in, and we might not stay long today. So just call in and let's give some insight right here. how can we actually build trust in doing businesses among ourselves? It's a major concern for a lot of people when it comes to doing business on the African continent, when it comes to working among ourselves. So coming, calling Pan-African Green Book. You can call in if you want to call in. You can go ahead and call in. But thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Comment below. Let me know where you're watching from. Comment below. Let me know where you're watching from. Comment below and let me know where you're watching from. Announce your presence. Announce your presence. Let me know where you're watching from. And you can call in by clicking on the link and give us some few insight on what you think we can basically do to actually build trust in doing businesses among ourselves. It is really important if we really want to thrive on the African continent. Having the trust to do business among ourselves is really important. Trust comes with succeeding with investment. If you have millions of dollars in your bank account, you need trust, courage to be able to say, hey, I'm going to invest in this. You need to trust whoever you're working with to make that investment. So how do we even trust? Calling by clicking on the link or comment below. Let me know where you're watching from. We have 13 people. Make sure you smash the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the platform as well, we have 17 people on here. Make sure you smash the like button. How do we build trust to be able to do business among ourselves? You have the chance to call in, share your experience. Have you done any business with somebody on the African continent that you just got scammed? Whatever happened, call in, share. If you're an African on the continent and you're watching, what are some of the challenges you face when you try to do business with, the family? Just call in and bring your insights. We have 16 people watching. Just call in. Click on the link in the comment section and call in and give us your insight as well. It is really important we build trust. We can feel comfortable. If we can feel comfortable in doing business among ourselves, it will really benefit both sides. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of people with money, with business idea, they are ready to invest, but there's one thing, one dot that needs to be connected: trust. And the trust is not there. The trust is not there. So how do we build that trust? Thanks for joining, Miss Blue Love. Thanks for joining. How you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. Call in, give us your experience, give us your insight. How do we build trust in doing business among ourselves? It is really important. Like I said, when I started doing my business online, one of the most challenging aspect of it when it comes to having sales was trust. And because I was coming from the African continent, most people said, we cannot trust you. There's a lot of scammers out there. I cannot do it. Is the culture. When you say is the culture, what do you mean? Can you call in? Just click on the link and call in and explain what do you mean is the culture, and how do we, whatever idea you have, can you call in and share, that insight? It will benefit a lot of people who are interested. Hello, thanks for joining, Adjoa Sanders. Thanks for joining. Make sure you smash the like button. How do we build trust to do business among ourselves? There's a lot of people who have the intent, who have the zeal to do business, but one thing lacking is trust. How do we bridge that gap? How do we say, you know what, I'll give my brother a chance, I'll give my sister a chance, we will work together on this project? Because when you check how the Chinese invest, every other race invests through group economics, and it is the best way to actually do investment because the risk is really less and everybody can profit within a short period of time. So before we can basically take over the African continent and investing, we need to start doing business among ourselves. And it comes with group economics. You need to partner with 2, 3 people to eventually start a business or investment on the African continent. Imagine 20 to 25, African diaspora coming together with their money to start a business in Ghana or Gambia. It's likely the business will start off so fast and the profit will come in so fast compared to one person doing it alone. You see what I'm saying? So how do we build that trust and say, let's work together? Calling, 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 and calling. Feel free to call in, click on the link and call in. It said display the price and let it be the same for everybody. If African can work together for ourselves, then the world will feel confident in doing business with us. Yes, okay, okay. The biggest elephant in the room is Black people have been programmed to be distrustful and suspicious of each other. We don't question white folks like we do each other, though. That's basically true. That's so true. When it comes to, working among ourselves, doing business, we have to really scrutinize, go through a lot of checks and balances to say, wow, okay, this business is legit. Despite having reviews, despite showing, people who have actually purchased the product, they will still feel, they cannot trust you with their money. But when it comes to other races, company and businesses, we shop without questioning. We don't even do that check, But when it comes to our own, we do. Okay. So calling, like I said, we need some callers to call in and share their insight. Just click on the link, feel confident to call in and share. What do you think we can basically do to basically build a trust among ourselves when it comes to doing business? Calling. We have 20 people here. Make sure you call in, smash the like button and call in. We need to hear some insight. We need to hear some feedbacks. And it's really important because it helps me a lot when I listen to, people's experiences and suggestions. And, I can basically build from there. So call in and let me know. Kamara said, exactly, just build credibility through integrity and consistency. Okay, so, but this is the problem. This is the problem. For our own to trust us to do business, we have to do extra mile. We have to go extra to build that trust. Like we have to prove so many stuff to prove, they can feel comfortable to do business with us. But when it comes to other race, they don't question. They just go ahead and shop. They just go ahead and make a payment. But when it comes to, because I'm in the travel, I'm in the travel industry. I used to sell, products, to the UK, to the US. And one of the biggest challenges I faced, despite the reviews, despite, like the images, the pictures and everything, I still get questioned, like people still doesn't feel comfortable in sending their money. Like they just don't. It is hard to make a decision on character from America. Okay. I think we all have been programmed to distrust our own and trust those who are not our own. This is true on both the continent and the West. It's something that I'm really trying to see how we can basically build that trust and confidence and saying, hey, I see my sister selling this product. I like the product. I looked on the platform. It looks good. I've seen some pictures and images and I'm ready to shop, without going through the whole process of, trying to read 20 reviews and 50 reviews. For sure it looks legit. But then, because it's owned by your own people, you still find so many other reasons not to buy. It's just that one decision to make and say, hey, I like the product, I'm going to buy. Or I like this guy, I like his idea, and I think we should come together and do business. It's one thing among us that we need to really figure out, how do we build that trust. It's really important. Even though I've been scammed before by sending product to people and they never paid me back, I still feel it's something we need to work on. Relationship building is the first start. Okay, but if you have a platform, you can build relationship with every customer. You can start off by building relationship when the business is small, but as the business is growing, eventually if you have 20 to 30 customers, you can, build relationship with every customer. It's like, these days business is more of a online, and people will individually find your business without even knowing the owner of the business, right? So if you find my travel agency, or if you find maybe my exportation business online, and you want to buy, but you don't know me, you just seen the platform, you read that about, you have seen some pictures, you have seen some reviews, but for the fact that you realize, okay, it's an African company, right in there, you get this type of mindset. What if it's a scam? You see what I'm saying? You get that mindset. What if it's a scam? Right away, that's the mindset you develop. What if it's a scam? I don't care who it is, you should consistently provide a good product and great customer service and communication. That's so true. That's so true. Pan-African tribes over colonizers platform is like African operation without on a previous control narrative. I don't understand what you mean. Thankfully, not all of us are close-minded and willing to give a new businesses a chance. Yes, I mean, it's it's one of the biggest problem, that I see all the time. Like, we question a lot when it comes to, our own people without even knowing we're doing it, voluntarily. Like, people feel comfortable booking a trip with, like maybe an European travel company than booking a trip with an African owned company. The moment you say it's an African owned, they start question, okay, is this company legit? Are they registered? Despite they have seen so many pictures of trips that has been already facilitated, they will still find thousands of reasons not to. It's deep psychological brainwashing. We don't question much of anything that we purchase or invest in the West, and it's proven fact that we get on safe products and GMO foods, but we still consume them. Yes. Mystic Dime said, dude, I lived in Kumasi. You know how hard it is, really, Charlie. No offense, but that poverty and money hungry attitude kills trust. Yes, it does. That's one thing as well. People who hassle you is another part of, the challenges to not build trust with our own people. But that's one aspect of it as well. But I'm talking about the psychological aspect of us not giving, our people the chance. But for the fact that you come across a business that for sure, you have seen all the credentials, you have seen everything that seems, very legitimate, but we still feel like, I can trust this company, I can trust this company. And it's just, and one thing I realize most people don't understand is, in Africa, our market system is really open, and therefore it brings a lot of individual competition when it comes to making sale. So Mystic Dime, you basically talking about how the people sell in Kumasi and in those market, and basically I can explain how that really will make any person who is not from Kumasi will feel if that's their first time, simply because it's an open market. We don't have a structured market. You see what I'm saying? So it's always a competition who can get you the best price and all that stuff. And sometimes it can be annoying how people try to make a sale and make it pushy and trying to force you to make a sale and all that stuff. It can get on your nerves sometimes. But I'm about the psychological aspect of us not trusting each other when it comes to making that sale and going into business with each other. That's what I'm basically talking about. Like, for example, if you know me, you have to listen to me. You feel like, okay, if you go into business with me on this ideology, we might succeed together. You have maybe have the human resource, and they connect, and you say, you know what, um, let me reach out to him. Hi, thanks for joining.
Hello,
How you doing?
hello. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Uh,
I'm good. I'm good.
yeah,
Thanks.
man. I'm in Manhattan. Um, I'm in a um, I'm in a place
Mm-hmm.
where they have a lot of African immigrants,
Okay.
and the Africans are doing lots of business in Harlem. They have mosques. They
Mm-hmm.
have stores where they sell um um all kinds of goods on
Mm-hmm.
120 on 116th Street. They have where they sell the white T-shirts. They sell all the jalabias and all of the
Mm-hmm.
African stuff. Some of the sisters have like the wig places on 100 and in 120s on Lenox Avenue. It's what we call it Malcolm X Boulevard. But they have it over there. So it's a lot of African business. I heard you talking about the trust aspect. I think if you have a good product and you put your product, like for instance, the African soap. The
Mm-hmm.
African soap is big here because when you put the soap on, all you have to do is with the African soap, you put one application. You don't have to do the wash, rinse, repeat thing. You know what I mean? When you
Mm-hmm.
put the African soap in your hair one time and rub it with water, it suds.
Right.
Okay. So that's why people will buy, and a lot of people buy the shea butter. A lot of people buy the what do you call it? The oils.
Mm-hmm. Now
That's
this is my
big.
question. Now this is my question. My question is, okay, those are physical products that you can see and say, I need these products, therefore I have the money. It's easy to make the sale, it's easy to purchase it. But now I'm talking about the investment aspect and say, you know what, you know me, you have seen me, or maybe you just came across my business online. Let's say, for example, you have some ideologies that you want to invest in Ghana. You have met me, you have maybe, heard a lot about my speeches, you have, talked to me, and you feel, okay, Daniel have some type of human ideas or resources about Ghana and the thing that I plan on doing. And I'm ready to work with him. And I have maybe $20,000, $15,000. And if I work with this guy from Ghana, we can basically get this project going on. Most people have that instinct and feeling. But the reason why they cannot take this step is because, okay, he's from Ghana, he's an African, I can trust him with my money or working together with him.
I
That's
think
actually.
I think I
Mhm,
think this is what I think. If
mhm,
people are doing business, there of course there are people who self doubt, and the self doubt people they're not going to jump on the deal. They just not, and so you can't. I think what you've been doing is like it's been like cathartic where we trying to introspect, but on the business level, it's really like what I want to say it's a problem that you can't solve. If someone don't want to do business with you, don't do business with me. Do business with somebody else. But that so So that's what I see. I mean,
Okay,
like
let
I
me give you
said,
an
I
example.
live.
Mhm.
What you say, sir?
Let me give you an example, right? Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Maybe that will give you a clear picture of what I'm talking about. When I got done with high school, right, and in 2015, I decided to sell African products online, right? And at that time, I started on Facebook. This is my real experience, right? And when I started on Facebook, my main goal was to sell it to the African diaspora. You see what I'm saying? So I started pushing, advertising the product. And guess what? All the African diaspora that I met online on Facebook were interested in the product. But it took me a year to make a sale. But guess where the sale came from? It came from a white man. And let me tell you this, the reason why all the African diaspora that I met didn't buy from me was I'm not sure if I'll get the product. There's a lot of scam going on in Africa. You see what I'm saying? But let me
Right.
tell you this: when that man from Texas, he's a white man, when he saw the product, he said, "I like it. I'm gonna send you the money, and you ship it to me. I'll pay half. When I receive it, I'll give you the rest." I sent it to him. He paid it. Now, when the white man put the outfit on and I posted it, all my African diaspora brothers started buying. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying?
All right. All right. Well, like from, cause me, obviously, you see me, you look at me, you say, "Oh wow," because that's what a lot of people say. "Oh wow," they told me I pass as an African. That's what people have told me all my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I also have been dealing with Caucasians, so I know what you're talking about. But the part I I still have faith in you that if you are going to meet the right person, I want to say black person, African person, that's going to do business with you and it's going to turn out fine. I mean, that's because I guess because I'm not trying to exploit and I need help because
Right.
it's a lot going on in 10030 Manhattan. It's crazy. I was just speaking. I went to Fajr prayer. That's the one I go to all the time. I make sure I be there. And so we
Mm-hmm.
were saying in the morning time, I was speaking to these brothers. They're all as African. And the thing about here is just like when we were brought here, we were told that we was all put in the pit together. Here, everybody's in the pit together. All that shit, Gambia, Ghana, Baba. When the cops call you on the radio, you are male black.
Mm-hmm.
Period. So it all makes it that you have to deal with yourself on a basis that's just African. That's it. Because that's it. So I don't want to go off the tangent, but I want to just let you know, young man, because you're a young man, that you're on the right track to talk to the people about the issues of the heart. To say, why are you so beat up when I'm trying to deal with you when
Okay. You, we lost connection. Okay.
I cut off?
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
cut off. I'm back. I'm back. I got cut off. So I
Okay.
just wanted to say you're doing a good job, but I don't feel that we should cancel each other out for Whitey. I don't want to say, I don't want they're going to come. The helicopter's going to come when I say that. All the people, the commandos going to jump through the window and kick down my door. But that's what I think.
Okay.
We a Caucasian hooked you. A Caucasian hooked you up. Alhamdulillah, he hooked you up. But that's the hookup is when we hook up, and we tell me what to do and tell me, you know, how to. They had a course in the school that I work at called import export. That was the business, but somehow it was on WBLS was doing it. On the like big radio stations in New York City was doing it, was sponsoring it, but it fell off because that to me is the import export. But I just want to summarize that there's lots of Africans doing business in New York City, in Harlem, because it's all kinds of different neighborhoods. And as our numbers go down as far as black people, American black people, we having less babies because of the pressure we under and stuff like that. Y'all, when y'all come in here to the States, y'all are having the babies, y'all are having the families, y'all are having the community. And if I'm here, I get it, I get down with it. So I was talking to those three guys about the education. They was telling me that a lot of the Africans is in the prison, in the jails here. I said, because stuff is wide open here. Anyway, so I don't want to go off into a tangent, young man. I just want to let you know you're doing a great job. I'm going to take my old behind the bed. It's old dark up here, man. It's like what the hell is it? I can't even see the time. I don't have my reading glasses on.
All right,
so
thank
I
you.
hope I didn't say anything ridiculous.
No,
and
that's.
Have a good evening.
Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much.
Right.
You can call in. Thank you so much. You can call in. You can call in. You can call in. You can call in. You know, let's get some few people to call in, and we can call it a day. But how do we build trust? Thanks so much, Carlos. Thank you so much. How do we build trust in doing business among ourselves? Just call in. Just call in. You know, it's not about skin color. Money is green. Yes. Yes. Okay. Hi. Thanks for joining. How you doing? Hello.
Doing good, family. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, man. It's the first time I'm actually getting to catch your show, man. Salute to you. Salute to the chat.
Oh, thanks so much. Thanks so much.
So I just came across your channel not too long ago, and I've really appreciated the topics that you bring up. Because ever since Black Panther came out, and I know there's kind of a lot of I guess an interesting perspective people may have on it because of, you know, looking at Africa through Western lenses and all of that. But I think it provided an interesting platform for folks on the continent to kind of get a glimpse of what it's like over here in the West, specifically with African Americans. And one of the conversations that came up that I saw happening on the continent was the character Killmonger, and people asking, you know, are African Americans asking for help? And I had the privilege of coming up and around the DC area. So there is a massive African diaspora population out there. And, you know, I can kind of sit down and take a look at how their perspective of us was when they were on the continent versus how it dramatically shifted when they came over here and really got to see the nuances of what it means to be African American here. And I've always said that one of the main issues that African Americans have suffered from is something that everybody else tends to take for granted. And it's a name, it's a culture, it's a language, and having a history that's associated with a very specific place that you can point to and find context as a human being as to what your role is in the narrative of human culture as a whole. And I would argue that individuals that were caught in the transatlantic slave trade didn't suffer anywhere near as bad from the physical as they did from the mental and having your identity erased. And there's so many things that are front loaded into culture that are taught to you intrinsically. Your value system comes from there. Your sense of who you are and what your purpose is in the long run is handed to you. And it's resulted in a kind of dual consciousness for us. And I'm trying to lead to a point. I look at Marcus Garvey and what he went through locally in Jamaica, and how when he finally came to the United States, he came to Harlem during its Renaissance period, where we were at our height, and was able to galvanize the conversation to a point where they understood very quickly that in order for us to make it in the next century, due to the rapid increases in technology and advancement, that we would need to bridge that gap of communication. And I would say that was probably the foundation for Pan-Africanism. And when you look at what he actually ended up getting deported for, it was when he made that Black Star liner. And it was putting us in a posture where we were going to be set to take raw resources potentially from the continent, refine them here, and be able to undercut everybody from the same stores, from the same finished products, and beat out folks that were dependent on China and other work that was being outsourced to Asia with no contest. And we would be in a unique position to where we could take American dollars, which were proved to be the international currency, and flip that so many more times over back on the continent, to where our return rate and the amount of economic weight we would have, economic gravity we would have, would leave everybody in a position of playing catch up. And I look at the present moment now, and I say, look, one of the main problems we've had was not being able to communicate first with each other here on the continent, because it was illegal on the plantation for us to sit down and even talk in groups. And even now, we can't be in large groups out in the street without the police intervening. Now that we have these online spaces, the African-American demographic and the greater diaspora here are finally getting to have a conversation. And not only are we having that conversation, we're having that across to the continent with you guys, when your infrastructure is finally getting the opportunity to catch up. And I think the last time this has happened was during Garvey's time. And so I really want to encourage folks like yourself and other individuals on the continent right now to not be discouraged and keep reaching out to our demographic, because our misinformation, our perspective of the continent has been so warped and distorted because it's come from somebody else's perspective, that we don't really get to hear what you guys really think about us, and vice versa. You understand what I'm saying? So I think these conversations will really go a long way to, demonstrate that we are holding opposite sides of the same coin. And when we combine those two pieces together, it's in our mutual best interest to work together, because we're being held accountable for the same thing. What's in our DNA?
Right, because there's a new company in Ghana. It's an e-commerce company called Jumia, right? I think they've been in Ghana for some few years, and what they do is basically they help sell products online. And all what they just did was, basically build an application software that would just do it. But then when I think about it, hey, there's so many opportunities out there for us to do the same, but we basically can focus on the wholesale aspect of it. That's an idea that I came up with. So I had one brother that came on a trip with me to Ghana with his family, and he's I think a computer scientist. So I expressed, my ideas to him, and he was like, "Wow, that's really serious. We can work on this." And we've been working on this project for about, I think 3 months now, gradually, But my whole point is, if we can basically trust each other and bring our ideas together, he has basically the programming knowledge, and I can basically get all the sellers in Ghana to use the platform. So when we working together like this, it will make it easy to launch a software like this that will basically benefit the local people, manufacturers in Ghana who are interested in selling their product outside the continent, to reach a bigger audience. Just like, Jack Ma focused on the industrialization in China, and now everybody is, going to China for their product. We can also do it on the African continent simply because people are losing trust in right now, and they just need a new destination to, get their product from, wholesale, manufacture their product. That's why when you pay attention, most companies are now going to Africa to build, assembly plants, to do all the stuff. They want to get down with China because of, the COVID-19 and the trust and all the stuff. And Africa seems like the new destination. And if we come together, if we bring our ideas together, we can basically, win.
We can. And this has essentially been the historical patterns of all civilizations that have been recorded in any history we're aware of. They all go back to Africa first to galvanize their resources, and they use that as a launching pad to continue into that next industrial wave. I'm going to link something in the back chat to you. It's a link to a YouTube channel known as the Black Brain Trust. There's a few individuals on there who have been literally trying to do exactly what you're talking about. The focus that they have is looking at the fourth industrial wave and taking advantage of being able to utilize intellectual property in a way that puts individuals of African descent ahead of this curve so that we can take advantage of it to multiply the efficiency of our infrastructure and be able to do this on an intercontinental global kind of way, because Africa is literally set to explode in population and potential human resource power. And everybody knows that. And your diaspora across all the world, especially in the US and North America, are probably some of the best leg ups you can get to get that leverage, because we've already got the citizenship and we have the currency. And if you can make an attractive line of effect for people who are looking to retire, and they can take those US dollars in retirement and bring them to the continent, you literally have a steady set of income that serves as a solid foundation to springboard any sort of economy. And those dollars will flip so positively that we'll get Black Wall Street style levels of power. And it's literally waiting for us to take the step to do. I don't think it's ever been any easier. So if you guys haven't heard of the Black Brain Trust, please go there. We are desperate to get more of the African diaspora and folks that are from the continent over there to start talking and really have these dialogues, because there's an audience for it and there's a need to be educated on that. And we just don't get the immediate access of folks that have that same mindset in the same numbers. But again, a few people can greatly offset the negative, because there's enough of us here that want to see some positive and want to see some construction done. And with COVID adding pressure, a lot of people are realizing they don't really have much of a choice but this at the end of the day.
Yeah, but thank you so much. Just put the link in there and I'll check it out. We have a few people online that I need to add to as well. But thank you so much. Your insight is powerful. Trust me.
Absolutely, family. It was great talking with you. Have a great night.
You too, and be safe.
All right.
Hi, Mystic Dam. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing good. Thanks for calling. Thanks for being patient.
No problem. I hate to be a negative Nancy. That's what some people call it. But I would just like to give an honest perspective. As an African American who has been in Ghana and lived in Ghana for a little while, this is my perspective. As someone who has the ability and interest in investing in Ghana, in Africa, and means to do so. We're talking 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 US dollars of my hard-earned money. The only way I would feel comfortable with an investment in Ghana or anywhere in Africa is if I flew over there with the money and I sat with the person as they built and developed. I'm not leaving the money and flying back to America, and I just hope you're doing the right thing. It's been my experience that because of the economic pressure, it's so real. You cannot dismiss the human tendency behind that. And until you address that, or there's some type of discussion or a way to galvanize behind some way to rethink or have folks rethink. I just don't know how you could get to a place where you could build like that with trust, because
Okay,
I can see
hold
the
on. Yeah, hold. I think what you're saying, I have said it before. When somebody asks me about how do I really, uh, um, start a business in Ghana. I don't want to be there, but I really want to invest in this person's idea and all that stuff. And always I say this, in business, you have to really make sure you outweigh the risks involved first, which is normal. Whether you are black, yellow, green, you have to really outweigh the risks. And doing business in Africa is, first of all, risky in a way because most people, unless the person who you are trying to go into business is already on a level that matches you. You see what I'm saying? If let's say, you know me, maybe I'm an international person, I have, not just the money, I also have the human resource to go in business with you, then I think the mutual interest and trust is kind of like really close. But if you try to invest in somebody who hasn't even who has no business knowledge, never made $1,000 on their own, and you want to, send them $10,000, now it's risky because that person will basically spend the money. They don't have no qualification to make your ideas come to, reality. So I think it depends on who you are working with. And secondly, to go into business, you have to be there, sit down with a person. The legalities are really important as well. Never send money overseas and expect, everything to work out. I always say the same thing about land purchasing. Don't trust anyone who says, send me money, do payment plan, and I'll buy a land for you. I don't care whether it's a company, whatever it is. No, go there, see the line for yourself, do your research before you make the payment, because there's a lot of, scammers out there, people who hustle you out and take advantage of your Pan-Africanism and your love for your own people. So you have to really look out for that people. But my main concern is you coming across somebody who have certain things in place already. Maybe they have a business going on. Maybe they're just, working towards a bigger project. And you just feel like, okay, wow, I really want to patronize, but you just have this type of doubt, like, I still don't trust, because I'm a victim of that same what I'm talking about. That's why I really wanted to bring this out. But I really understand what you're saying. What you're saying, people hustle you out in Ghana, across Africa, not just Ghana.
Yeah. That was my 2 thoughts.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Hi, how you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up, man?
I'm good. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah. I'm currently in Columbus, Ohio. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning here right now. I just got done watching some other YouTube videos from people in Ghana. I'm a writer, so I got a Facebook group, Ghana the Year, a return on Facebook. So I'm featuring a whole bunch of people on there about stuff. But as far as my number one thing with building trust, because I've talked to people who actually farm for the people in the diaspora too, and I mean, money is money. I mean, it's hard to trust anybody with your own money. But the only thing that people can do in order to build some type of trust is to build a relationship.
Okay.
And it's kind of hard for you to sit here and say, "Oh, I want to build a relationship with you," but in all actuality, like I've been watching your videos probably for a couple of weeks now. I just came across you. so it's easy for people who are watching you to kind of build a relationship with you or trust you. So it's really in my instance, like if you guys were the ones who are doing what we're supposed to be, trusting, like finding the land or being real estate agents or doing a whole bunch of stuff, and then yet you're on live and you're marketing yourself. Like my degrees in mass communication, so yeah, I do marketing, journalism, photography, all that stuff. So if you guys can put a platform up there to build open a door
Right.
for us, it'll make it a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? But in all actuality, I mean, it's hard to trust anybody. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty much
Yeah.
what I can say.
Yeah, I mean, what you're saying is really true because, what I realized is in Africa, we also like more business coaching and ideas and how to really expand our business from the traditional perspective to the, technology aspect of it. Most people don't really try to prove themselves online as a legitimate business. And sometimes it's really hard to also trust, coming across a platform, you don't know who owns it, you don't see them on other channels and other platforms. It's really understandable. My perspective on this topic was, investing with a group of people on the continent.
Yeah.
So let's say, from your field, let's say you have some ideas, that you have seen in Ghana and you want to really invest in, right? But then maybe you have the money, you just don't feel comfortable working with somebody from Ghana because, man, I can trust these people from Ghana for the fact that maybe you just have the will to invest, but you just have this type of mindset within you that says, hey, I can trust this, people from Ghana, and that's really stopping us from taking that investment step. Because I know a lot of people who took the chances and they have succeeded,
Yeah.
and a lot of people could work with people on the continent when it comes to investing that can succeed and do bigger stuff
That's
compared to.
what we need. Like
Mhm.
when sometimes on your videos, I literally tell you guys, like, you guys need to have like a map, like a guideline of this person is reliable, this person is reliable, this person is reliable, this person is reliable, because everybody is not reliable. And the thing is, just like here, like, I mean, in the United States, things really do go like this. Like, if you got a problem, it's like, look, no, I want my money back. Boom, that's it. Move on to somebody else. I know in Africa, it don't work like that.
It doesn't. People so relaxed. People so relaxed,
Yeah.
slow. I know because trust me, I have done businesses with my own people from Ghana, and they couldn't fulfill the deal. And it's just one of those instances. And like you said, the experience from here working with somebody in Ghana or an African is way different. And that's what I'm saying. That type of trust is taking us, from investing,
Yeah.
because you feel like, what, this is how it should go. They are also laid back. They don't really taking it like how it should go, and we are missing out on so many opportunities that if we could come together and take it serious and say, hey, I'm gonna fulfill my end of the deal, you do yours, I do mine. There's so many things we could be doing.
And another thing is, like, even us in the diaspora,
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm be real with you, like, you would have to be super in touch with your roots, your spirituality, who you are as a person to even want to go back to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I have family members, they're not thinking about going to Africa. Like,
Mm-hmm.
period. It's like, no, we're not going there. We're not, because all they know is the bad stuff of Africa. They don't know. Like, I used to live in Florida. I've lived in Louisiana. I've been around beaches in the coast. Like, beaches are everywhere. Like, Africa is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the culture is beautiful. Like, yeah, you want to go to Mexico, you want to go to Cancun, Hawaii. Africa is just as beautiful. And
You
your
can
money.
get all that in Tanzania.
What was that?
I was saying you can get the same thing in Tanzania as well.
Exactly, but they don't get that part. That's the hardest part. Like, yeah, I have good, like, strong-willed friends, strong-minded friends who are really in touch with themselves and this, and yeah, they're interested in Africa too. But and or it's like a mass exodus. That's what we want, like a mass exodus where everybody's just like, look, we done, we out. You know what I'm saying? But here is everybody don't think like that. It's a just like you guys like work day to day just to eat and survive. It's the same thing here too.
Yeah.
People come here and automatically say, oh, I got $50,000 just to bang out to Africa. You know, it's a time frame. Like it takes. You gotta invest. You gotta save. You gotta do everything correctly in order to even get there. That's what I'm doing right now. Is like, I can't just, oh yeah, I got the money to get there, but what happens when I get there?
Right. Right.
Like, I'll be homeless. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm too smart for that. That's why I gotta build my stuff up, get my business together, get my online stuff going. Get my YouTube channel rocking. Get my clients up, get everybody that I can think of on my support system, because when I get there, I'm gonna need them more than ever.
Right.
But anyway, that's pretty much all I had to say. I gotta hurry up and do some stuff or whatever, because I gotta go to work real quick or whatever. But it was nice talking to you, man. All right.
Thank you, brother. Stay blessed.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right. Hi, Adjoa. How you doing? Thanks for joining. Hello.
Sorry, I guess it would help if I came off of mute. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you? Love your show. Love your show.
Thank you so much.
I just had a quick couple of comments. Talking about building trust and coming together to do business. With Africans and then African Americans in the diaspora or the African diaspora. I think coming from a business background, the main thing that I think that we should look at is, first of all, building relationships. It's interesting to me how we are having such a difficult time as Africans on the continent and Africans here in the States or in the West, how we're having such a difficult time trying to build a relationship. Whereas if someone that was not of our race or of our background were to come to us with a business idea, we would jump right on it, And so I think that what we need to do as a people is drop everything that we've ever learned, do our due diligence, because when you're talking about investing in a business that's overseas, the internet is vast, and you can do your due diligence as far as researching the company. I usually don't purchase anything from anyone that actually doesn't have some sort of an online presence, especially if it's coming from overseas. Like I've purchased and have done business with a company in China, but I've also done my due diligence and researched the company. I read the reviews. There's a vast amount of information out there on the internet that we can use to be able to vet a company in order to decide whether or not we want to invest with them. So we do that for every other group. Why don't we do it for our own African sisters and brothers? Because like I said, there's a vast presence out there, and it shouldn't even be a thing. We should just be able to look at the product. We like the product. The company is solid. Boom, there you go. Make your investment, make your purchases, and go for it. Because in any type of business, it's a risk. You're always going to have a risk. So if you cannot afford to potentially lose money, don't invest.
Don't invest.
That's the best thing. The best thing I can tell you: don't invest. If you have too little dollars to be able to make an investment, don't do it, because it is a risk, and that is anywhere you go, anywhere in the world you go. So that's kind of all I had to say. But this is a really good topic, and I that's my belief. If you don't have the money, do not spend.
And one thing you said that I was trying to even say on here was, when it comes to doing business, you know, with ourselves, we question too much. I mean, not even question, but we tend to I don't know how to put it, but just like you make an example, when it's other races, we jump in too quick, you know, without trying to question nothing because we I can trust them. You see what I'm saying? You know, everything will work out because he's an European or he's from Germany and all that stuff. But when it comes to, especially, I don't know how that works in the African diaspora community, but if you go to Ghana right now and, you know, an European comes in or a Ghanaian have money and they want to do a business, they will first think of looking for an European to go into business with. And the main ideology or the main concept is, oh, I can trust them, you know, they can make it work out. But instead of thinking about maybe working with a Ghanaian who basically you know, help with the money staying in the country, circulating among the local people, because when he makes money, he will eventually build a house, he will eventually support his family in Ghana. I mean, all the money will stay in Ghana instead of the money traveling from Ghana going somewhere outside. But we have that mindset. As long as, you know, it's an European, I'm good to go. You know, I can jump in too quick. But when it comes to our own people, it would take us almost a year to make a decision.
And you got to think about this too. We've done that. We've been there. We've done it. And where are we? Where are we as a people? We're still trying to get off the ground, so to speak, you know, for lack of a better term. You know, what this is a golden opportunity for all of us. You know, this is an avenue that's never been opened before, that you know, that we've never actually even considered, you know, up until the last few years. I mean, well, maybe it was considered in the past. I'm not that old, so I don't know all of the history, but I do know that this is an opportunity that we have never actually had in my lifetime before. So why not invest in our own people? Everyone else does it. The Chinese do it. Their money goes back to their country. Their money, you know, they may spend a little bit to live on the continent, but their money, the bulk of their money goes back to China. You know, and other nations do the same. When Mexicans are here in America, they send money home. They have enough to live on, and then whatever else they make, that goes back to Mexico, to their families in Mexico. So we are the only group that I know of that actually doesn't do that. When we make our money, we just keep it, or we don't reinvest to try to build generational wealth. And that's where we're lacking. You know, we've got to think beyond ourselves and start thinking about our future generations. Do we want our children to continue to struggle like we do, or do we want to make things better for them? So, you know, we've got to kind of look past, you know, like I said, we can vet the companies, and that's a wonderful way to be able to build trust. You know, if their brand is good, you know, you can do all your research online. Pretty much anything's online, you know, and then we want to try to start building generational wealth for our kids and for our kids. You know, we don't want to continue to be in this cycle, on the same hamster wheel, going around in circles, and then 2 years from now we're still talking about we should when we could have already.
And this is my observation too, looking at, you know, foreigners who come into Ghana, the Chinese, you know, the French, the Germans who come in to, you know, start a business and all other stuff. This is my observation. They always come in. I never seen an individual come in and say, I want to start a business. It's always about maybe 4 to 5 Chinese people. It's always about, you know, 6. And when you pay attention, basically, it's people, you know, they just came together with their money and they decided to travel all the way to Ghana and invest. And the money is there, especially when you look at the African diaspora numbers. The money is there. They have, you know, the financial resource and the human resource as well. they could also tap into the group economics and say, hey, you know, I have like-minded 4 sisters or brothers or family, and I think we want to go and start, you know, a maize or a pineapple juice factory in Ghana, in Gambia, whatever. We'll do our research, we'll put our money together, and this is what, and it can be done. You know, as these Chinese people don't even come in with that much money, and they set up business, and it's simply because they come together with their funds. And that's where I was talking about the trust, because if you can trust your 4 sisters, your 4 brothers to say, let's put our money together and move, it would not work.
Exactly, exactly. And think about it like this: you can get 500,000 people to give $1. That's $500,000 to start a business.
Mm-hmm.
You can start 5 businesses with $100,000 apiece for each business. You know, I mean, if you look at it, it can be broken down in just the simplest of terms to where it doesn't take that much. You know, to start a business, you've got to have the people and you've got to have the resources, true enough, but it doesn't take that much. All you have to do is have the right people and the right amount of resources, and you can get off the ground in no time and start building wealth for not only you and your immediate family, but your family and your generations to come. Because that's, like I said, that's what we've been lacking is that generational wealth and being able to build businesses and pass them down to our children and then to our children's children. That's how a lot of these people have gotten wealthy and stayed wealthy, because someone took the risk and the risk paid off, and they were able to build that business and then pass that business to the next generation. And so that's where I see that, you know, we need to go. And part of that is getting a trusted circle together. It may be blood family, it may not be. I've had plenty of people that were more family to me that were not my blood than people that were blood. And we got together and were able to do things. So, you know, it's about having those like-minded people, those people who have a vision and can see the vision of one person and can come alongside and help and build that vision. But that vision will carry on for generations, but not only for that one person who had the vision, but also the people connected to the person that's the visionary. You know, their families are going to prosper from it. So I didn't mean to get on here and babble like that.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have a lot of people on here.
Okay. Okay. Well, I won't hold you. I just wanted to kind of put my little 2 cents in.
Yeah, I really appreciate that input. It was really insightful. Thank you so much, and stay blessed. I really appreciate your time.
Okay. I will talk to you guys soon. Y'all have a night.
You too.
Thank you.
Hi, brother. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Peace and blessings. Yeah, a lot of things that I was going to say, the previous callers in have pretty much said, but I think overall the trust issue, platforms like yours and other people that's on YouTube are really paving a way to build the trust. I'm in the U.S. and I've been in business for years and opened several businesses. And it's, you know, it's easier when you can see something physically, when you can see a person to jump out there and say you want to go in business with them, excuse me, versus somebody on another continent. But I think y'all making the platform easier by doing this. And, you know, I grew up in the 70s, and the images that we got of Africa wasn't the best. I remember Tarzan and stuff like that came on TVs, and those were the images that we got of Africans. You was uncivilized, or the feed the children commercial with the kids with flies on their faces, and you know, that's the images that we got. We didn't get the images of the built up cities and economies. So I think a lot of that is the problem why, you know, along with, you know, just the uncertainty and not knowing for people to invest. So that's all I had to say.
Okay, I really appreciate that. And also, like you said, the images, it's really important. You know, like I said, we have to do our best to educate our children about, you know, some of these things, because like I said, this organization, I forgot their name, but it's a European organization that goes to Africa to seek for donations, and they've been doing it for so many years. I think it's the I forgot their name, but they've been doing it for so many years, and all the images they project is, you know, kids suffering, kids dying, and they put it on CNN, Al Jazeera, and you know, people keep donating millions, and they don't even take the money to Africa. They basically spend it in Europe. You see what I'm saying? So these images have been printed in our minds across the world, that when people think about Africa, people still think they don't even have televisions. They don't even, you know, have good places to sleep. I remember talking to a brother, and he hated Africa so much. He said, you know, we're not from the continent, you know, because, you know, our forefathers were native to this land and blah, blah. And I said, well, even before Columbus said he discovered this place, we've been traveling around the so many times, even before it was discovered, even
I
before.
agree.
Yeah, if Australians have black people, and our forefathers have been traveling, they were sailors. So if you pay attention to the tribes in Ghana, you can find some in Benin, in Togo, because we are spread everywhere, you know. But it's just that he just got discovered, and we, you know, we're from there. No matter how you trace your route, you realize it get connected back from there, you know. But
That's a starting point
yeah, that's the starting
for
point.
civilization. And
Right, but yeah.
I give you a
Go
big
ahead.
one that you know, I always use common sense, and we so programmed by the TV and all the images we see, we sometimes don't use our common sense. So I'm gonna go back to Egypt and tell you, you gonna mean to tell me a civilization that could build pyramids to the level that they can't even duplicate it today, and lived on the side of a river, couldn't make a boat to go from the to Africa to the Americas, when even the jet streams and the currents you get on there. I think I seen a episode where a guy in a fishing boat somewhere South Africa got caught in a storm, and a week later they ended up in Brazil alive. But they
Yeah.
tell us, you know, so it's all these images, like I said, that we all been programmed with, that we got to get out our heads. And I give you one last example too, just dealing with Africans. It's just a cultural thing that there's also an issue with us, because I owned a barbershop for years, and I was in a black community, and you know, you got Africans sometimes coming there, continental Africans, and I don't think we don't understand the culture unless, you know, well, I didn't really understand it till recently when I started watching YouTube and coming across platforms like yours and others, that it's a cultural system. It's like a barter system over there, and you know, it's no set price, and you know, you go back and forth. So you come over here in the U.S., we used to going to the stores. If it's $5, we looking to pay $5. So we kind of get offended when being presented by Africans, and you come to me and you trying to barter with me. I told you it was $5, and you trying to offer me $4. But you know, that was my ignorance, and I didn't know, when it was never taught. It wasn't until recently I realized that was the culture difference.
Now let me clarify even that one. A lot of people say, oh, I hate, you know, when you go to Africa, they should set prices, because you know, sometimes they overcharge you. They should set prices on all the product. Now, let me tell you, we have an open market, and if you check the beginning of our trade, even before Europeans came in to learn how to do business with us, we were using a system whereby we bargain on everything. So if you have an iPhone and you try to sell it, you say, hey, how much you want to pay for it? We give you the freedom to decide what you think the product is worth to you. You know, that's how we see it. So we call it fair open trade, you know. But in the US or in the Western world, they tell you how much you should buy it, whether you can afford it or not, whether the product is too valuable for the price or not. So, you know, when you pay attention, you realize most of the products in the stores that I'm selling for $20, $50, $60 are made in China for a cent. So I'm saying, and people don't question it because they have been programmed to say, well, it's $50, I gotta pay $50. I cannot negotiate. You see what I'm saying? But in business, negotiation is part of every transaction.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So,
and I think that's something they primarily teach us as Africans in America, that you don't say nothing, you pay the price. But I've noticed in my later years, even if you go into some of these stores, and I've seen white people go in these stores, and they still negotiate prices with these stores, or they price match. But we don't know. We just go in there and give them what they ask for and don't even think about it. So we are the only people. That's why we are stuck being consumers all the time, and not business owners. And lastly, they are also, a lot of us are working on fixed income. A lot of other families got generational wealth. Their parents had a house or something. They sold it. They left them with something where, that white person, he could stand to lose $10,000. But, me, I stand to lose $10,000. I might be homeless. It might be my kids' food or something like that. So, we kind of tight on our money, and we when it comes to investments, and that's another issue that that's part of the problem.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
All right. Peace and blessings, and I enjoy your channel as well.
All right. Stay blessed. Hi, living life large now. How you doing? Hello. Your microphone is off. No, your microphone is off. You gotta unmute it. Unmute your. No, unmute your microphone. Unmute your microphone. Unmute. That's why we can't hear you. Your microphone. You got your microphone on mute. You got your microphone on mute. Unmute the microphone. We cannot hear you. Unmute. Hold on, let me show you this. Unmute your microphone. Mute the microphone. Okay, unmute it. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, call back again. Call back again. Okay. Yeah, hello.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Hello? 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 Okay. So calling again. Hello? Hello? All right, calling. Hello? Oh, I cannot hear her. But please call in. Calling. What do you think we can basically do to build more trust in doing business among ourselves, especially when it comes to group economics? What can we do? Hello? Yeah, her mic is not working, so I don't know. Hi, thank you, brother Lakim. How you doing today? I'm calling. What can we do to actually build trust? He said these smartphones can get you confused, especially when these smartphones these smartphones are really confusing. Trust me. Yeah, hello.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. I'm sorry for all the hassle we put you through.
No, you're great. I
Yeah.
just want you to know that I recently came across your broadcast. I've been reviewing quite a few YouTube's videos
Okay.
since last year. And I recently came across you. Very impressive material.
Thank you
As
so
a
much.
result, I am modifying everything that I do. And I hope to be in Africa on the continent in November.
Okay.
And I definitely, initially, I plan on going to Gambia, Ghana, and quite a few other places. But I'm in agreement with you. And brother, I just want you to realize we are waking up on this side, just like you guys are waking up on the continent.
Mm-hmm.
We're all waking up simultaneously. And I'm so grateful for the internet. Otherwise, my information would totally be distorted. It was distorted.
Okay.
And my concept of Africa was the same as the other people. We all have very little, small perception of Africa and the people because
Mm.
that's what has been placed before us. The images. I didn't even know Africa had cities.
Oh.
And, I don't even want to describe what I have in my mind. But within a few months, my whole perspective have changed and I'm ready to come over. And of course, most of the people I socialize with think I'm crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm retired, high school teacher, served in the Air Force as an officer. So I'm ready to come over and help.
Yeah, and trust me, if you get to I don't know the country you have decided to choose, but trust me, when you get there, you see a lot of similar faces, and you be like, oh, I think I know this person, but no, y'all just look the same. Because when I see your face, I just thousands of people that look just like you in Ghana, and trust me, the peace you will get in Ghana is, or any African country you chooses to move, you'll be surprised. Everything is laid back. The food is healthy. I mean, it's just something I cannot explain to you.
I believe you, and I'm down with natural foods. I am opposed to the GMO. I'm a farm girl from the
Okay.
deep South, Alabama, and I grew up on a farm. So I'm all about natural things. And I want to integrate with the culture.
Mm-hmm.
Have not taken a DNA test to see where I fit in, but I'm so excited that we so-called melon people or carbon people, we populate the world.
Everywhere.
And there are much more of us than the other folks.
Mm-hmm.
And if we unite, and each time we try to unite over here in the United States, of course, they come in and sabotage and destroy, burn down, bomb. They have several mechanisms that they use. But we need to unite and let nothing break the bond.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, I want to come over and we need to start targeting these folks. Um, we need to start targeting the people with the money.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm bringing my retirement,
Trust
but
me,
people with
let me
big
tell you
bucks,
this. Let me
yeah,
tell you this. As long as you have a source of income, trust me, you have a recurring, especially like I always say, if you're a retired person, Africa is the best place to move to. I'm telling you the truth because you don't even have to start a business because you have money coming in. You just need to live comfortably, and you can do so. It's not expensive to live. You can get everything fresh from the market. Trust me, you love it. You
I
love
believe it. I believe it. Initially, I've been retired for 3 years. And so I said, okay, it's time for me to go. So initially, I looked at Mexico. I never considered Africa because I
it.
have
Wow.
negative concept, never. And all of a sudden I started looking at it and I said, well, let me do a little more research. I was blown. My mind was blown. And then I started telling my friends about. Now I promote Africa on my Facebook, Living Life Large now. I promote it.
Okay.
And like I say, my mind is made up. I'm going to take your advice on how to purchase a ticket. I saw your
you
YouTube
watched that video? You watched
Yes.
that video? Okay.
Yes. And so I just want us to unite. We need to unite. We are one people. And everybody knows that life, the initial life of people started in Africa. So yes, we don't know our culture, but we're ready to blend in and learn our culture. And some of us, well, I'm opposed to Columbus discovering America. He never came to America, but my people, your people, were throughout the United States. We were here before Columbus. We were already here. If you look at American Indians pictures, they are Black people. And so anyway, I'm looking forward. I thank you for all of your presentations, and I want to hook up with you and see, can we work, because I really think we need to target the people, pro basketball, sports, entertainment, target them and get them. We need to create some type of staff, some type of an agenda, and get people to invest. I'm opposed. It hurts me immensely as I see the Chinese people coming over.
Yeah.
It hurts me immensely. And then of course we have corrupt leaders here in the United States, and there's corrupt leaders over there.
Yeah.
To bring in the China. I was just looking at another video where we're getting ready to allow the Chinese people to bring in 4 more military, establish 4 more military bases. That's not good for us. But nevertheless, I'm headed there.
Yes, and if you need my help on anything, you can basically email me. I'm just putting my email down there, and just email me. And any type of help I can offer you, I'll just do it voluntarily. I'll do it for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for that insight and sharing this story. It's really encouraging because, trust me, 4 years ago, when when I started talking about African diaspora should look into Africa, people thought I was crazy, and it was a struggle to get people to really pay attention to you. Well, I started on Facebook, but then I have really seen the shift. I have really seen the interest growing, which means we're on the right path, we're growing, and that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning.
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you so much, and stay blessed.
Bye.
Bye. Yes, sir. How you doing today?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Great. I want to give a different perspective. Okay.
Okay.
I'm a senior living in Tanzania. We've been here for. We've been here.
Now, hold on for a second. Sure. Okay. This is a brother in Tanzania, right? Yeah. He's in Tanzania. So I think we got to pay attention to his perspective more because he's there as well. And we can basically talk about this. Now, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. I'm an African American. I'm retired. Okay. Just like what the lady was talking about a moment ago. I'm retired. Okay. So what we've done, we've moved here with our American money. Okay. So we're okay. As long as we get our check every month, we're fine.
So
and of course we're going to live a better quality of life.
So how did you feel moving from the US to Tanzania for the first time, being there compared to all these years being in the USA? How is the experience?
Okay, first of all, no stress. No stress. I don't have to worry about the police pulling me over for something stupid. I don't have to worry about that. I have no stress here, okay? And I'm living a better quality of life. You know, as you said, fresh fruits and vegetables at the market. Inexpensive. You're gonna get more for your money, okay? So
value for your money. That's what I keep talking about. And over there in Africa, you don't have to stress yourself to be a vegan to live to eat healthy. Most of the food is healthy. The vegan concept is more of a Western thing because in Africa, most of the food is healthy anyway. So you don't have to stress yourself to be a vegan.
That's right. And as I said, everything's fresh. Everything's fresh. We get I do fish. I don't do other meat. I do fish. Fresh fish.
Yeah.
Fresh fish.
That's what my dad do too.
Yeah, yeah. All fresh vegetables. I had my wife here with me. My father-in-law, he's 82 years old. Jamaican.
He's also in Tanzania?
Yes, he's here.
Oh.
He's here. Yeah.
Do you have a channel? Because
no, I don't. Actually, we're organizing that right now. But right now, I don't. No, I don't. And you know, keep in mind, I keep telling you, though, I'm a senior, man. I don't, you know.
But it's something that might just keep you busy, and you know, I mean, just going. I'll suggest maybe you start one, share your experience. I mean, just to motivate other seniors who might want to retire as for, you know, I feel like it would just keep you, you know, busy and active on other stuff. But yeah.
Okay. I've been watching you, I guess, for about a week or two, but I wasn't going to call in, but I said I have to because I have to let these people know what you can do, okay? You come over here with your little check, your Social Security check. Believe me, you're going to live a lot better. You're going to live a lot better. And you're not going to have to, you're going to be safe. You're not going to have to worry about nobody mugging you or maybe you'll a stray bullet or something like that. You don't have to worry about that. You can walk in, nobody's going to bother
you. Yep.
Yeah.
Nobody.
If anything, being a senior, you're special. They treat you special because you're a senior.
One thing about our culture is as long as the person is 5 years older than you or just a year older than you, they get the maximum respect. So in Africa, there's a boundary between a child and adult, you know, and you know, there's a boundary. You know, people respect you for being an elderly person. They'll help you out. They'll reach out. You know, it's part of our culture.
Even in the greeting, in Swahili, mambo is a normal greeting. But someone older than you, shikamo, chikamo, you know, respect, you know, because this person is older than you. My father-in-law, I tell you, he's 82. They treat him like a king.
Wow.
You know? I mean, everywhere he goes, he gets special attention.
Yeah, so, yeah. That's our culture. I always say that's our culture. You know, we have maximum respect. I'm really happy you sharing this. It's just I don't know what to say. I'm really happy.
Great. Yeah. The other thing is being African American now. When I go somewhere, they say he's African American. Okay, he's a visitor here. Okay, if I go in a bank, they tell me, "Sir, you come to the front of the line."
Oh wow!
Yeah. I bumped my toe. I'm trying to be like an African, right? I'm walking around barefooted, right? I bumped my toe, so I had to go to the hospital. Okay, went to the hospital, and said we have an African American here. There's 20 people. I went in front of everybody.
Oh wow!
They told me to come. They said, "You, sir, you come up here.
Come here."
And everybody's concerned about medical. You know, do they have insurance? Do they have hospitals? I went there. They did an X-ray, blood test. He told me to come back in 2 hours. We went and had lunch. Came back, got all the results. I paid $20. $20.
$20.
$20. Hospital, medication, everything. $20. That's what I paid. $20. Wow. That's what I paid. And even when I got back, When I got back from lunch to get the results, same thing. Same thing. There was 20 people waiting. They called me first.
I'm really happy. I'm really happy for this.
They were explaining to me that you're African American, you're a visitor in this country. This is how we treat visitors. You're a guest, so we want to treat you extra special. And they do. They really do. And I appreciate it. And as I said before, my money goes a long ways. Long ways. Yeah. And for those who are wondering, I've only been here 6 weeks. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. This is home.
And trust me, you love it. I mean, you already love it, so I don't know what to say. And there's a lot of beaches out there that you can relax in Tanzania. It's just
we've been to. I don't know if you. I live in Moshi, which is close to Arusha.
Okay.
Mount Kilimanjaro, right near Mount Kilimanjaro. Okay. We went to Dar es Salaam, which is about 10, 11 hours away. And then we went to Zanzibar. Oh man, Zanzibar. That's the beach right there. Zanzibar.
Very beautiful. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, I'm really. And how much do you compare in terms of like paying rent and all the stuff, like compared to living in the US? The rent over there. How is that going?
Well, I would say it's probably about maybe a quarter what we would pay in the US.
Okay. A quarter of what you pay in the US.
That's right. Okay. That's right. Actually, I moved here from New York City. Okay. 1-bedroom apartment in Queens, $3,200 a month.
Wow.
I'm gonna repeat that for those that didn't hear me. 1-bedroom apartment in Queens was $3,200 a month. That's right. That's what we paid.
3,200.
Right. But I'm from Houston, Texas now, originally. But I moved to New York about 2 years ago. And it's very expensive, and crowded too.
So, yeah. I've been to New York before. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, man. So we $3,200 a month, man. Imagine that for a 1-bedroom apartment, small. But you want to be in New York, that's what you got to pay.
Right.
Yeah. So here it's kind of like, I tell my wife, city, country, city, so to speak. It's kind of country, but yet it's city. So I say city, country, city. Where I live, I can walk to clubs, restaurants from my home. 10-minute walk. I'm at the restaurants, the clubs, the shops, everything within 10-minute walk. I don't have a car. I don't need a car.
You don't?
No, I don't need a car. And you were talking about building relationships, okay? We've only been here, as I said before, we got here August 7th, okay? We built relationships, okay? I have a son that's 29 years old, okay? I have a daughter that's 19.
Okay.
That are Tanzanians, okay? I never met them until I got here.
Right.
Okay? But they live in my home right now. They live in my home right now. Right now.
And they'll serve you like their dad and everything. That's how I am, naturally, because of my culture. That's how I was brought up.
That's exactly what happened. Okay. We met each other. They started calling me daddy, call my wife mama. And we just developed a relationship. I took them to Dar es Salaam and Zanzibar with me. They had, well, the son, he had been there before. The daughter, she had never been to Zanzibar or Dar es Salaam. So,
and also, let me ask this. There's a lot of people that say, well, if we don't get dual citizenship, we don't want to, move and do other stuff. I mean, do you think basically you gotta wait to get dual citizenship before you move? Because I don't see.
Well, to me, to me, I don't know about everybody else. Citizenship is not that important to me. What's important to me is resident, like permanent residency or something like that. I don't need to be a citizen. What good is it gonna do me to be a citizen?
The only difference having a citizen is you can vote and basically be in a political position. But other than that, having a residency, you can get access to the same opportunities as a Tanzanian. Right. There's no restriction. I think that's just you just, I don't know how to put it, but it's really not that important if you really want to get your peace of mind and freedom and enjoy what the country has to offer.
Okay, something else that I found since I've been here. Any citizen, if you're over 60, you can get what is a retirement visa, where you can get, like permanent residency, right? All you have to do is prove your income. If you can prove that you get Social Security or you got income, it's automatic. They just want to know that you're able to take care of yourself. That's all. And as long if your Social Security check, let's say, is $1,000, you can live great. You can live really good with $1,000.
Yeah, you can. That's too much. Yeah, that even with $1,000, if you're a single person, I guess you have enough to live on.
Yeah, it'll be just fine. We're so afraid to take that leap. The first step, you got to get the passport, okay? You can talk all you want. Where can you go without a passport? That's the first step. You got to get your passport first. Yeah, we don't have passports. Now, let's be realistic. Lots of African Americans do not have passports because they ain't going nowhere. Where they going? They're going nowhere, so they don't need a passport. Get your passport first. That's the first thing you have to do. Get your passport.
It's really important. I keep saying it.
Yeah. What's the second thing? You got to purchase that ticket. Okay. Step out there. Nobody's going. What could happen? You go to Hawaii for your vacation. You go to Dubai. Why not go to Africa?
Yeah.
Come and see it for yourself. Okay. Don't take my word for it. Come and see it for yourself. That's what you do. And I'm not saying come to Tanzania. I'm not saying go wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
But check it out. It's worth it to check it out. You might say, hey, I don't like it, but go back home or whatever you call home. Go back there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is home for me. This is home right here.
There's no harm in trying. You can pay your visit. If you don't like it, I don't like it, you go back. But if you like it, you put stuff in place and you stay. I always say visit first. There's no harm in visiting. You don't lose anything. If you visit, you get an experience. And if you don't like it, that's fine.
Now, for everybody's listening, I want to let you know, August 7th, my first time ever setting foot in Africa, period. Never been here before in my life. Never.
Wow. And you just made a decision to go.
Right. And you know what I did? My wife's Jamaican. My father-in-law is a Jamaican citizen. We flew to Jamaica to get him, to bring him with us. He came with us. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to get him, okay? I'm going to go get him for you, okay?
Okay.
Hang on.
Okay. I'll be waiting. I'm enjoying this.
I'll bring it to him. How about that?
Okay.
All right. Give you guys a little perspective. Oh, man. Somebody want to say hello to you, okay? Yeah, say hello.
Hello. Oh, wow.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing? How you doing?
Yeah. I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good. You enjoying Tanzania?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I'm enjoying the time. Enjoying the time, you know. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
Jamaican,
You give it to
right?
me, though? 1 minute. Okay. Wait up.
Oh wow, I love it.
My wife.
Hi, how are you
Okay.
doing? What's the
Good.
time? What's the time over there?
It's 8:43 a.m.
Oh, okay, okay. That place
Mhm.
looks really
Right.
beautiful.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
We
So we,
just want you to see my wife. Okay. All
yeah.
right. She's a
Oh
little
wow.
shy. She's a little shy. Okay. All right. So,
You start
you
the
know,
channel, so I'm watching.
okay. Speak up a little bit. Didn't hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. I didn't hear your last
So
statement.
people saying you should start a channel so they can be watching you and
Okay. Well,
experiences over
well,
there.
well, that's the plan. That's the plan. I'll actually give you guys a channel that you can go and view some of the videos that we're featured on. And
Okay.
is it okay? Is it okay with you?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. The name of the channel is Living My Best Life in God.
Oh, okay. They're subscribed
Okay.
already, so I
Yeah.
know them.
Yeah. We have. If you go there, you see some videos that we're featured on. Though. One of them in Zanzibar.
Okay.
We're there, and we've been on there like 3 or 4 times. And
Okay.
you know, we have a lot. We have a lot going on. Okay. We have a lot of plans that we're working with them. What we're trying to do is to make it easier when people repatriate.
Okay.
Try to make it easier for you because me, when I came, okay, I had nobody. Here I am. I'm landing in a country that I don't know nobody. Imagine that now. I don't know nobody. So we're saying, if you come to Tanzania, I'm here. Now you
Right.
know somebody.
And,
Now
and,
you
and
know somebody.
and I'm
I'm
coming there
sorry.
in September. September next year, I'm coming to Tanzania. September next year. So
I'll be here.
I'll
I'll
basically,
be here.
yeah. I'll basically have to connect with you, and then we can do extra live. I mean, one-on-one, so we can take some questions as well. How do I email you?
I'm sorry. You give me a question again. I'm sorry.
So I'm saying I need to email you as well, so we can stay in touch when we visit Tanzania because
Surely.
we have a travel group coming next year.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get your email. I'll email you and we'll correspond and we can
Okay.
even talk on WhatsApp. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can do
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's what you were talking about earlier. We have to build relationships, okay?
Mhm.
That's what we have to do. You know, as I said, I haven't been here very long, but we've been building relationships, okay?
And it's
And now
really
that
important.
I have some Tanzanians that are on my team, okay? So I have to tell you something that I don't like too. There's
Okay.
one thing I don't like. I don't
Okay.
like when they look at us like we got so much money, I mean, I don't like that,
Let
Like,
me put it. Let me put it this way. Let me put it this way. Everyone in
go.
Africa thinks, if you're from Europe, America, you got a lot of money.
Right.
Just explain it to them and say, hey, we struggle a lot over there. The fact that you see everything on television doesn't mean we live on a silver platter or we have a lot of money. We work so hard. You see what I'm saying? So you have to explain it to them and say, hey, don't think we got a lot of money. We don't. We just trying to make ends meet.
Right. Well, what is okay, like, we're like, hey, how you doing, brother? We're like, we want to meet you, Fine, brother, how you doing? We talk for a minute. Next thing you know, my kids need something. Man, what were you doing before I got here? What were you doing
Right.
before I got here?
Yeah.
Well, keep doing that, okay? We don't mind helping people, but we can't help everybody.
Yeah.
We can't help
But
everybody.
don't fall for people who try to use their circumstances to don't fall for it. Don't fall for it.
Oh no, it takes a minute to understand what's going on. Once you find out what's going on, then you act accordingly. Yeah, you do. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna show you a little something, okay?
Yeah. Show us around. Show us around. Oh wow. Y'all see the house? Wow, that's amazing. Wow. Imagine living in this house in the US. You be paying a lot.
All right. We're gonna let the brother say hello to you, okay?
All right. Salam
Oh
alaikum.
yeah. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello. Hello to the people.
How you
Okay.
doing? I'm good. Salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum. Salam.
Okay. Yeah. He doesn't speak English, so just Swahili, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're just showing you around a little bit.
Oh wow, that's a beautiful home. That's a beautiful home.
Okay. So this is where we live, okay?
That's a beautiful. I'm enjoying this life more than what we have to talk about today.
Okay. Okay.
That's a
And we're
beautiful.
secure. See, we're secure here. We're secure.
Oh my goodness.
You see the electric fence?
Right.
Right.
That's
We're safe.
yeah.
We're secure.
Yeah. Oh wow.
We're just walking around the property, okay?
Okay.
Just giving you guys a idea. We have fruit trees too.
That's amazing. Like this is and your internet connection is really good too.
Well, we're using what do you call it? Data. We don't have a Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Our clothes.
Wow. This is how we wash our clothes in Africa and hang it and let the sun dry it. That's how we do it.
You're getting exclusive here, okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh well.
Jackfruit. Jackfruit.
Oh, yep. And that's a pawpaw. Yeah, yeah.
You see it?
Yep, I seen it. Papaya?
I seen it.
That's papaya. Yeah, that's pawpaw. There's some bananas over there too.
Banana?
Plantains. Is it plantains or bananas?
The bananas, small bananas.
Okay. Wow. I'm glad you called in because this is a visual experience to people who are really interested in taking the same step.
Beans?
Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
Beans?
Wow. This place is beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay.
See, somebody said in the U.S. the Home Ownership Association will give you a notice for hanging clothes.
That's right. Because they want you to, use the washer and dryer. You put them in a dryer. Everybody has a washer and dryer. But they have dryers, but they're very hard to find. And then why would you want a dryer anyway?
The sun is always shining.
Is it the sun? Yeah, it's
the sun is always,
That's right. And it's quite different. I've noticed everybody wash their own clothes. Even like kids. They wash their own clothes. Yeah. So, okay, we just want to kind of give you an idea. Okay, we're gonna bring you back in, okay? We'll bring you back in. This is the courtyard, okay? Courtyard.
This is really refreshing. Oh wow. Mama is busy washing.
Right.
Oh. Oh my goodness. People are happy to see this. People are happy to see this.
Okay. Okay, great. Look,
Yeah.
see what you see. You see what the old man doing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He's watching TV.
Yeah.
There he is. He's like,
Um,
all they do is watch TV.
yeah.
There's nothing else to do. Watch TV. He said. Okay.
Somebody said, let me ask you this. Somebody
Sure.
said, do you ever see white people over there?
A few, yeah, a few, yeah, maybe every now and then. Not, I say about. Well, we the majority, you know that, but maybe every now and then you see one or two. Yeah.
Okay,
I saw two yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can count them. It's not that many. You can count them. It's not that many.
Okay.
It's not that many.
Okay. Somebody said, hold on. No racist vigilant killing you for jogging.
Mm-hmm. No. 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 You don't have to worry about the police, And if they do, if you encounter the police, hey, you can say, "Hey, brother, how you doing?" No, you made a mistake. You ran that red light or whatever. He's not gonna be pulling his gun out on you and all that old stuff. Nah.
Yeah.
And he's not gonna be trying to go through your car and all this kind of crap. See, he's not gonna do that. He's not. Actually, I've been to the police station.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, they have these checkpoints, okay? Every few miles. And what they do is like, they really try to scam you for money, okay? Let's be realistic.
Yeah,
they try to scam you for money. When they stop you, if you give them 10,000 Tanzanian shillings, which is about $4.30, if you give them one of those, you're on your way. But if you don't, you may have a problem. And my son, he didn't want to give up the cash. Okay. So he argued with him and argued with him and argued with him. So they said, well, we're going to take you to jail. This you'll never see. They allowed him to drive himself to the police department. Okay.
They allow him to drive himself?
Yeah. We were with him, my wife and I. So they let him drive the car to the police station while they rode behind us. And I asked him, I said, do you know where the police station is? He said, no. He didn't know where it was. But they would, Mom, go left. We pull in the parking lot. We get in there. Sergeant came out. We went in his office and talked. And they said, we're going to let him make it on this. We're not going to give him a ticket. But I mean, they were nice. They were very nice, man. We sat in the office and talked to the sergeant. It was one chair in his office. He went and got two more chairs so we could sit. We sat there and chat for about 30 minutes. And then he said, hey, I'm sorry this happened. We'll have to talk to that officer. We don't do this kind of stuff. He walked us back out. He walked us out to our car and said, y'all have a nice time. That was it.
Wow.
That was it. Yeah.
Wow. It's good.
Right.
It's good you sharing this experience, and people gotta hear, because I mean, Africa is not perfect. I always say, there are some challenges, there are some things out there, but trust me, it's worth it. It's worth it. Every place.
You have to find whatever it is for you. People come here for different reasons, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually supposed to go to Gambia.
Okay.
But at the time, Gambia was not open. I don't think they're open now. They weren't open. So I said, I'll come to Tanzania and hang out for a couple of months, maybe 3 months, and then I'll go on to Gambia. When I got here and met people, I can't go anywhere. Right now, there's an orphanage that we've adopted.
Okay.
They have 90 kids that live there.
Okay.
And I'm not leaving because I have to make sure these kids get some help. So that's as I said. Listen, I didn't come here for this. This is not what I came here for. But now that I'm here and this is happening, I cannot go anywhere. I'm right here. This is where I'll be. This is where I'll be.
Hold on. I need to get you. How do I reach you through email?
Okay. I won't put it out here because I did that once before and I got a bunch of emails, man. Even some derogatory emails. Okay.
Wow.
Calling me out of my name and stuff like that. So I won't do that. When you put yours out there, I'll get it and I'll contact you and as I said, I'll give you my phone number and we can talk.
Okay, on WhatsApp. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem. And if there's questions or whatever, you and I could plan and I'll do it live with you and take some questions.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. So
thank you so much.
Put your email, I'll get it, and we'll be in contact, okay?
Okay, I'm about to put it on there. Thank you so much for calling.
All right, thank you. Thank you. And to your audience, peace and blessings.
All right, stay blessed. Wow. That's a I don't know what to say, but that was a blessing to our life today. And I just wish he had a channel, but that's a blessing for this life today. I don't know what to say. It's really a blessing that we had him on here. Summarization of everything we've been basically wishing everybody can see. And I'm glad he shared his experience and being real about, how he dealt with the police and, all that stuff. These are some basic challenges, and I think I need to do a separate live with him, and I'll put some questions down. And I would say, if you want me to ask him any question on, the life that I'll be doing with him, just send the questions to my email. That's the email right there. And I'll do a live with him and basically, ask him these questions. But, this is very eye-opening that he shared this experience, his experience with the police and all that stuff. Trust me, that's how the police should be with the citizen, not what we used to over in the Western world. But this is really eye-opening. If you out there, you're interested in moving to the African continent, trust me, you should give it a try. At least, give yourself the opportunity to experience it, and if you like it, hey, go on. You only live once. There's no harm in life. Is a gift. Like I always say, just open the package, just enjoy it. If it's not for you, come back to the US and say, well, I stayed in Africa for a month and I think it's not for me. Nobody will arrest you. You lose nothing. It will be just part of your memories, but if you like it, hey, you might find your purpose. I know people who moved to Africa, they had a specific illness, and they said, since I've been here, that type of illness never showed up. That type of pain that I used to get never showed up. I used to, feel this type of way. I don't feel it anymore. You just need, to give it a try. That's what I'll say. Just visit and see if for yourself. If it's for you, fine. Because I always say, Africa is not for everyone. You see what I'm saying? It's not for everyone. I always say it's not for everyone, and that's fine. But you only know if it's for you or if it's not, unless you go there and visit. So it's important. It's important we visit, we build relationship, and his key information for me talking to him is build relationship. And I think it's not just something limited to just being in Africa, but everywhere you move to, if you are new to the environment, if it's your first time being on there, try and build some solid relationship. it is really important because those people will guide you. They will help you maneuver in the system until you become comfortable and get hold of all the culture shocks and all that other stuff in place yourself. So it is really important to build relationship. Don't just try to do stuff by yourself. Build some connections, build some relationships, and that will take you a long way when you finally make that move. But don't be scared. Yeah, don't be scared. So, like I said, if you have any question you want me to, ask him when I eventually do a live, just call, just email me, and I'll, schedule a live session with him, and we will talk about this whole thing. We will discuss, about his experience, how he feels about the difference in culture. What are some of the things he wish, he didn't experience, and all the stuff. It's important we talk about everything in the circle. So I'm really happy he showed up. That really gave a lot of people different perspective and boost people interest. He has also given me some type of zeal to go out there and experience Tanzania. I've been to Ethiopia and Morocco, but I need to really see more of Tanzania, Gambia myself. So it's something I really do. We have a group trip to Tanzania next year, so I'll really connect with them as well. Um, Even at his age, Rick said that's his woman. No, asking for automatically, you know. Um, yeah, so if you have any question, go ahead and put it under, and I'll go ahead and answer you, and we can wrap up the whole live for tonight. I didn't think this live I didn't think this live will go this way, but I'm really happy it ended up on this session, or however I call it. So if you have any question, go ahead and ask, and bring your last inputs, um and we can wrap up for tonight. But thanks for everyone being on here, being part of the family. It's important, and I've seen the love being showed on here. I really appreciate everyone. It's too late, but we have 70 people watching, 70 people watching. It's all love, nobody waste their time and stay up, uh, and just be watching you this late if this platform doesn't mean a lot to them. So, I really appreciate that's something money cannot buy. Love, honesty, and people appreciating what you do. Money can never buy those things, so uh, um I really appreciate everyone. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you can go ahead and do so. If you haven't smashed the like button, just go ahead and do so. And there's tons of videos that you can basically watch on the channel. These days, recording video and posting is becoming hard for me. I'm becoming too lazy as well, because I love the live now. The live session is really becoming interesting to me, to a extent where I don't want to even record videos anymore, but I'll try my best and record some informative videos as well. But I'm really uh, uh becoming lazy in recording these videos, because I feel like we get more connected on the live, and I really don't want to take that away as well. But thanks so much. Thanks so much, brother Joseph. Thanks so much. We had an amazing life today. It was brief and short, but it was really amazing. It was really amazing. But if you have anything, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much, Short Time. I really appreciate for the support. Thank you so much. But trust me, you know, you can always email me. That's my email. If you have any personal question, you can email me. Like I said, I would devote my time, you know, and answer you. You know, if you want to get on the phone with me as well, you can also do that as well. Just shoot me an email and we can schedule, you know, and talk about whatever you intend to do. You know, if it's about moving to Ghana, you know, and you have any question, purchasing land and all that stuff, I'll give you the best advice. You know, I'll give you the best advice in my knowledge and tell you the route you should go. And if I can help you physically, I'll also do it as well, you know, without charging you a penny, you know. Yeah, I'll just do it for free. I've been doing this for 4 years, so I just don't I really don't care because I just enjoy doing it. It's beautiful to see people eventually understanding the message, you know, seeing that it's possible on the African continent. And it's just beautiful to see how happy he was when he called. You see what I'm saying? You don't get that. That's emotional. You know, that's emotional to see him saying, wow, you know, I feel comfortable being here. I'm enjoying it. You see what I'm saying? Relax. That peace of mind is crazy. You know, that peace of mind is crazy. You know, but thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. You've been a great asset on this platform all the time. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the super chat and the love and the support. And like I said, also we'll be doing a group trip to Ghana, Tanzania, and Egypt next year. If you are interested in joining us, you can basically do so. Those who don't know, I personally have a travel agency that I've been running for 4 years now, and we do trips every year since 2016. Every year, be doing trips. So I haven't really been talking about it on this platform, but we basically explore everywhere, about 5 regions in each country, and we spend more time outside the city, mostly because we just wanted to get a feel and connect with the local people more, you know. So that's how our trip is basically set up. But if you are interested in joining, you can basically do so. But you know, you can also stay tuned and be a subscriber, and you will get to feel our experience when we eventually travel in May next year. You know, so um, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Maria. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But I wish we could say it, but we'll do this tomorrow as well. If you have any topic, you have to put a link to your travel agency here. Okay, hold on for a second. Let me get a link and put it. But if you want us to talk about a topic, just email the topic to me, and we will have a live session about the topic. Just send me an email about the topic here to the email address and say, hey, Daniel, can you touch these topics? Can you talk about this topic? I want to really get an insight on this topic on the next live session. Just send an email to me about it and we would talk about it. You know, I would just put it out there and we would discuss about it. The main purpose of this channel is to basically learn more from each other, from the African continent. And my main goal is to try and get more people from the African continent to participate on the live session as well, because I really want to, you know, get them to watch and listen and get a perspective. So at the end of the day, we both will bridge the gap and, you know, build some connection, learn from each other. So that's my main goal as well, to make sure we get enough people from both sides to be able to enjoy the stream, so we can learn from the perspective of, from both sides, because I believe the conversation needs to be taken into consideration, because the best way we can get to know each other, be patient, understand, be sensitive about differences, is when we have the conversation. You see what I'm saying? So you know, so it's really important we do have these conversations. So I'm about to put a link to the website, and you can basically go on the hold on for a second. Yes, that's what I'm really striving for. I want people from the continent to also call in and speak and bring their insight. So I'm still, striving to get more people from the continent to basically join and bring their insight, so we both can learn, from each other, understand people's perspective and mindset and all that stuff. It is really important. So I'll really try and get some few people. Oh, somebody said this is your best life ever. Hold on. This is the best life, but trust me, we've had some great, amazing life. Trust me. How many of the life have you watched? I think the life we had yesterday, was it yesterday, 2 days ago, about um was it automatic citizenship? Let me check. No, it was not automatic citizenship. It was about um African diaspora resentment and Africans on the continent resentment. It was an amazing life, to be honest. To me, it was an amazing life. But this one is also great, but I really love how the other one also went. But trust me, we've had some good life on here. But thank you so much, Positive Vibes. I know it's late, but you can basically uh, check out the website. We have some amazing trips coming up. When you go on the website, make sure you check on the menu and choose upcoming trips. When you choose upcoming trips, yeah, the day before yesterday, it was an amazing life. It was really amazing. But when you check upcoming trips, you basically see all the trips we have coming up. And okay, can we talk about relationships, intercontinental marriages? Okay, 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 okay. Do you guys want us to talk about this? Uh, this is too touchy, but yeah, this is too touchy. But if you guys want us to talk about it, we can talk about it tomorrow. But like I said, shoot me an email about stay blessed, stay blessed. Shoot me an email about the topics you want us to talk about, and we will touch on these topics as well. But thank you so much. Check out the travel agency to see how you can book your trips to Africa as well. Um, but I really appreciate everyone being on here. Stay blessed, and okay, this is it. Somebody asked one question. He said, do you guys want us to treat this topic as well? Why Africans or Africa in the diaspora? Uh, hold on for a second. I think this topic need to be touched. We will take care of the marriage and uh the relationship and the traditions. But what do you think about this topic? Our ancestors were stolen and brought to America. We didn't ask to come to America. We are your relatives, your distant cousins, brothers and sisters. Why didn't Africa come for us? Now, do you want us to talk about this? Because I think a lot of people feel this way too. Why didn't Africa come for us, or why didn't Africans play a role in getting us back? So that would be an excellent topic, because I know a lot of people have that feeling, and we will talk about that tomorrow. It's crucial because a lot of people have that, like I said, unresolved feeling about this topic. That was one of the resentment that I was talking about. But tomorrow the topic will be, why didn't Africans look out for African diaspora, or how should we word it? How should it be? Why didn't Africans come for African diaspora? We will talk about this, because trust me, there were so many African leaders, patriotic African leaders and role models who played a role in, equality in the diaspora as well. But I think I have less knowledge about this, and I know, a lot of brothers and sisters out there will bring their input. But I'll have something to talk about on that subject. So tomorrow, don't miss it. And what time is the best? Because I think we'll be doing our live too late. But I think tomorrow we might start from 7 p.m. Eastern time. Eastern time. Why didn't Africans come for African diaspora during? I'm trying to find the best word for the topic, but what time is the best for tomorrow? 7 p.m. Eastern time? Okay, 7 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Make sure you don't miss it. Make sure you hit the notification bell. When you hit the subscribe button, make sure you have the notifications turned on so you don't miss it. When we start this live tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And we will discuss this. We will discuss. Oh, I have two private chat here. Okay. Let me. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so another question. Why didn't Africans stop the colonizers? Oh, okay. A lot of questions coming. Guess what? I will not phone home. B1 phone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. But see, this is it. These topics, please, can you email me these topics? Please, do me a favor and email me these topics, because I think I will record a video probably maybe next month. But from now onwards, it will just be lives. We will just be having lives and lives and lives. No video recordings till we take a break from the live. But the questions coming, we need to address it. So send me an email, your question to the email, and we will talk about it. Email me and we will discuss about it. And I know I need to get a lot of people from I need to get people from the African continent to participate on the live as well. I'll try and reach out to certain people and see if they are interested in, bringing their knowledge as well. Well, please email me. Please email me these questions. Please, I'm pleading, email me these questions. And he has a purpose. This is calling. What I don't get it. Positive vibes. Please email me the questions. Please do so we can talk about it. We can have these conversations. So please email me the questions. Let me check my email. I need to see emails. Okay. Thank you so much for the email. I've got one email. Yes. Okay. I'll write the questions down. I'll take a picture of some of the questions. But thank you so much. Somebody email me some of the questions, and I just have to take a picture so I can go through some of the questions, and I'll save it in my notepad as well. Do I count as a person from African continent? I have input on the history. Muddy, of course. Good. This is another question. If ancient African religion is so powerful, why were they overcome by the colonizers? Now, shoot me these questions. Let me screenshot it. We have a lot to discuss. Okay. We have a lot to discuss about this. Now, I might not be able to record videos for the next month because we'll be doing a lot of live. I have cried at times thinking about how Africa looks at us like we are indifferent. We were taken. Yep. This is a sensitive topic. And I know a lot of heat will come on this live tomorrow when we talk about it. But let me summarize this. The reason why, African religion and culture and, the people on the continent didn't really look out for it's miseducation, one, and two, we were socially engineered to a point where we had to hate everything we stood up for, our culture. We had to, Europeans had to tell us what we worship is evil, because if you know what the King Leopold letter to Angola was, if you have ever come across that letter, he said in summarization, he was saying these people know morals, they know good and bad, they understand business. When he was sending his people to Angola, he said, when you go there, change their religion. Tell them it is evil. Make sure they don't accept their religion. So, like I said, social engineering has really played a huge role on the way we have turned against ourselves. So, to this day, if you want to destroy the African continent, destroy the black man or the person, you can easily do so by using his own people because of social engineering. We have been programmed to think our skin color is bad, social engineering. We were programmed to think belief system is evil, social engineering. We have programmed to think everything, our clothes, our style, our way of living, everything is uncivilized, social engineering. We would rather uh, um, um, take everything Western and hate our own. You see what I'm saying? So, um, social engineering played a huge role in overcoming us. It's just one of the things. Yeah, yeah. King Leopard letter will basically tell us, you know, social engineering really played a huge role in the current situation in Africa. So it was so be ready tomorrow. Be ready tomorrow. Be ready tomorrow. It's a sensitive topic, and we will talk about it tomorrow. And be ready. I know there's a lot of heat that will come. Sensitive topic, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready. We need to have it. Yeah, and thank you so much for asking, Mike. Thank you so much for pouring your emotions out there. Thank you so much, Mike, and thank you so much for bringing this topic. Like I said, we need to have conversations like this, and pour our emotions out and free ourselves from that aspect. But what I'll say is, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Be ready tomorrow. I'm not about to hold you guys here for all this while. And that's true, Miss Blue Love. That's really true, Miss Education. But let's reserve this conversation for tomorrow. Let's reserve this conversation for tomorrow. So tomorrow, 7 p.m. I know a lot of people will be basically off from work. So 7 p.m. Eastern time, we will talk about this. Be here tomorrow, and let us know what you think. What has been your perspective about this. See you guys tomorrow. I appreciate the love and the support. And what's happening in Congo is, I don't know what to say, but thank you all. gradually, we'll get there. We'll change the narrative, and we'll basically come together. Like I said, the unity journey is righteous, and we have to constantly keep working on it. So thank you so much. Great conversations bring great results. Thank you so much. Have a good night, everyone. See you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you turn the notification bell on, and be ready. Do some research, and let's learn tomorrow. Let's have a conversation. Stay blessed. See you another time. And stay blessed.